Well, Halito. Man, this war in Iran, Iran-America war. What are they going to call it this time? I don't know what they're going to call it. Epic Fury, Operation Epic Fury. Man, it's getting kind of getting heated up. And I went camping about 2 weekends ago, and we're having peace talks. Man, everything seems to be hunky dory. And I go camping, and then I'm coming out there, and you know, my phone finally gets a phone signal, and I kind of popping up with some Facebook and some YouTube and seeing what's going on, and only to find out that we're bombing Iran. So I'm like, okay, interesting. This war, it's gotten interesting. Now, Iran already knows. I mean, they should already know. They should know how it goes. They're going to lose this war. It's going to take months, year, or years. Either way they look at it, they should have seen Iraq and and how that turned out. And Afghanistan was a weird one because that's more of like a second Vietnam. It's hard to destroy it in ideology. Like this Hezbollah and any kind of religion that preaches has a foundation of Fatah, of a holy war, killing the Jews and Western civilization and inserting Islamic law. So it's gonna be interesting. I think where Iran is more promising than Afghanistan is Iran is a little more modernized, a lot more modernized, and the people want freedom. They want the freedom they had back in 1979, I guess it was, before Islamic law was inserted. And I think that's kind of the thing. People sometimes compare America to other countries, and I've heard a comment. I'm not even lying, that you're more free in Iran than America. You go ahead and go there and find out if you wanted to. We have in America ain't perfect. We have a freedom of religion, freedom of speech. We have so many freedoms. You go to Iran or any country, not even Iran, any country who has a government that has a foundation of their law is built on their national religion. Now, America, we have a Christian-oriented law system. This is, a lot of people don't want to recognize or even admit it. America is a Christian nation primarily. And what sets America different than Iran or Afghanistan, maybe Syria, depending on how that country is going, Libya, even at one time, or Iraq. What sets America different from those countries, even though we have a Christian-based system for our laws and morals and whatnot. If you commit fornication or adultery, we're not putting you to death. If you're gay, we're not putting you to death. There are a lot of stuff that's going on that is scripturally maybe a sin or against Scripture, but secularly in our law system built around us, we don't criminalize those things because we don't have a law that has a foundation and governed by Scripture. Places like Iran or Afghanistan, where you have Sharia law, you have Islam is your law. The things that are forbidden within Islam are forbidden in law. You start fornicating and adulterating in Islam, and in Islamic ran countries, you're committing a sin, and depending on what country it is, that's gonna be death. If you're a female, sleeping around, that's death. So yeah, it's if you're gay, don't even go to an Islamic a country that has Sharia law and then whip out that rainbow flag, because they will tie your hands and feet and throw you off a building. I mean, they will put you to death, because in Islam, it is against Allah to be gay. And unlike America, be gay all you want, we don't care. Yeah, there's individuals who have fuss about it. That's individuals. Everyone has, again, a freedom to think what they want to think, speak what they want to speak. Unlike Islamic countries, you don't have the freedom to speak what you want. if you speak against the religion, you can be very well be imprisoned and whatnot. I think in Iran, like the first time a woman goes to the beach in a bikini, it's a fine and imprisonment. And I think if she repeats it, that is then lashes. You get lashed, you get flogged, whipped. I think 74, 75 lashes. I mean, that's just for walking around in a bikini. In Iran, to be in a bikini on a beach is the same as being nude on the beach. They consider as the same. So the people in Iran, a lot of them, I won't say all of them, some of them have drank that deep Islamic Sharia, ideology. Don't speak against the prophet or you get put to death type of idea. While in America, Christian-based, you can speak against Jesus all you want, and people might give you a funny look, and they shrug it off. I mean, it's not in America. You won't see someone saying blasphemy against Christ or God, and then having the police come arrest you and try you in a court of law. So, but the war-wise, yeah, the leaders in Iran, they have to know for a fact that they will lose this war. America will, especially as long as Trump is president. Now, if Trump, if this war goes off into the next election cycle, odds are, and this is the way the election cycles work in America, if you don't know it, if we have a Democrat this cycle, the next cycle will be Republican. And then after the Republican runs the 4 to 8 years, that's your term limits, 4 to 8 years. You get four years, you run again. If you're doing a great job, you get another 4 years. If you're doing a sucky job, you get 4 years, and that's it. But after 8 years, you're done. You could be the greatest president on the face of the earth. After that second term, you're done. That's just how it is. And so depending on how long this war is going to last, if it runs off into its fourth year, odds are the next president is going to be a Democrat. No matter what going on, the next president is going to be a Democrat. That's just how it runs in the cycles. And odds are, the way American politics kind of work, if I'm running if I'm a president, no matter what party, it's not even put a party in there. If I'm a president and I say the sky is blue, the opposition party will sit there and find some reason to say, it's not quite blue. If I say water is wet, someone in or the entire opposition is gonna find a way, some weird loophole saying, well, technically water's not wet. And that's kind of sad the way the politics are when you are a president of a party. The opposition party has to think different from you to be legit for some reason. It's kind of weird, And I tell you how weird, I'm gonna give a good example. But like right now, gas prices are through the roof in America, through the roof. The roof ain't on fire yet, but through the roof. I paid $3.19 to fill my truck up. It was 38 some odd dollars, about 12 gallons, give or take. And I'm not, I drive a Gladiator, man. I ain't fussing at that because I remember in the 2013, 2014s when our gas in my location wasn't $3.19, it was $3.80, $3.90 for regular gasoline. And we ain't talking premium, we're talking regular gasoline. During the Obama years, gas was the highest I personally have ever seen it. Now, I've only been alive 51 years, and I've only been driving since I was 17, 16, 17. So I remember gas was 99 cents a gallon, 99 cents. I remember back when gas was pre $1. And but during Obama years, yeah, gas was as high as I have ever remembered putting gas in. I had a Dodge Ram at the time. It was $400 a month in fuel. That truck just stayed thirsty. This Jeep here has a V6, but it's the same gas mileage as the Dodge Ram. I'm averaging 15.3 miles a gallon right now. So, we want to demonize Trump for gas prices being high and everything, or for going to war in Iran, or yoinking Venezuela's president out of bed and arresting him. And we conveniently forget that Obama bombed 7 different countries. Obama let ISIS just kind of run amok in the Middle East. When Gaddafi got killed in Libya, Obama didn't go in there and yank him out of bed and arrest him. He got word that Gaddafi was in a motorcade leaving his compound because they had a coup going on, and he ordered a missile strike and essentially helped to assassinate Gaddafi. So a lot of what Trump's doing today, again, I don't like we put blinders on. If you're for one party or another party, you know, you say your party is horrible. Your party is bombing a country and went to a sovereign country and stole his president. And now your gas prices are, you know, if you're in the West Coast, you're looking at $6 a gallon. That's West Coast's fault. That's your state that puts those their state taxes on your fuel. I'm seeing regular gasoline for just at $3, $3.05, $3.19, $3.20s. You know, so California, you got to pay attention to who you elect as governors and mayors and stuff, because your problem is because you're who you elected. You have all these state-ran taxes and programs, and it's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's stupid in California. Makes no sense. Anyway, but yeah, we want to demonize one president for what's going on now, and we want to put blinders on and pretend a president a few cycles ago did do the very same thing with the very same consequences. And as of right now, I mean, gas prices might rise higher, but as of right now, $3.19 a gallon, I'll take that over $3.80, $3.90. I'll take it. Hope we don't raise any higher. You know, hope this war. I know the U.S. has asked for Iran's unconditional surrender. I got a feeling they're going to go down like Saddam or Bin Laden. They're going to ride that wave to a crash on the beach, and that's it. New Supreme Leader, but I heard he's injured so bad they have a cardboard cutout with photo because he can't show his face in public right now. He's in the hospital. He got bombed. So Iran will lose this war, and the people of Iran are going to again, oh man, once you cut off this snake's head, who is the new leader? Who is the new leader? Then that's the problem about nation building, is if they run up there and get election going, and this guy he's Muslim, he is Islam, he is Allah, but he runs his country like a country and not under a religious law, he's gonna do fine. You can be as religious as you want, you know, as long as your country is not ran with the same penalties as your religion. But if they get some new dude up there that's hard-lined and, you know, aligned with Hezbollah or ISIS kind of mentality, then you might get something worse than who's there right now. So it's gonna be interesting. Next few months will be interesting. Their navy is pretty much they have you know, they're toothless, but just because they're toothless don't mean they can still gum you a little bit. They still bite you. There are a few tankers that got hit by missiles and stuff, but they have such low-tech stuff right now. Their air defense is pretty much made no longer doing anything. Navy's gone, obliterated. Air Force is pretty much obsolete. So yeah, it's kind of interesting what's going on right now in Iran. Gotta pay attention to it. This probably won't be the first video I have on it. You know, I don't like the war, you know, like that girl school that blew up, you know, that bombed. A lot of people say America bombed it, put a missile on there. And, you know, I've seen some video. It's hard to tell which video is real, which one's not, which one's related. Some people say that American Tomahawk came into the school. I think on his beef about that being truthful is American projectiles, when they are coming down with authority, they're leaving craters in the ground. And this school was not cratered. It looked very much like that Palestinian hospital that they said Israel blew up. And we have video of a Palestinian rocket fizzling out and then landing sideways in the parking lot. No crater like an Israeli or American-made weapon. It was just a bunch of scorched buildings and burnt stuff because it was their missile that malfunctioned in the crash. So I would imagine maybe America, you know, we don't just go around bombing schools. And either, and then this school was next to a Iranian military installation, and maybe we didn't know it was a school and it's part of the installation, or as some people were saying, maybe it was an Islamic rocket that launched, got jammed. And because I've been hearing a little more reports of Iranian rockets being launched, being jammed by U.S., and then without any guidance of where to go, kind of do a little backflip and head back home from where they came from. And that school being right next to the installation, don't know. I don't know. But I'm pretty. I can say with confidence we're not bombing schools. I'm pretty. That doesn't make no sense. So you go to look on Facebook. USS Abraham Lincoln has been sank 8 times and hit by 20 missiles already. And that's all about the Iranian state media. Anytime you have a government and they have a state media, state news, the news that they put out is meant for their people. So when they put out USS Abraham Lincoln hit by 4 cruise missiles and sinking, that's for their people to hear, because they don't get any other news than what their government gives them. And then what happens is that news trickles out, and then all of a sudden you have these people on Facebook saying Abraham Lincoln was hit by 4 missiles. So it kind of sucks when you're stuck in a government, stuck in a country that they feed you the news they want you to hear, and you get no truth. All you get is propaganda. That's kind of sucks for sure. So but that's what I got. Yeah, I'll probably make some more videos of this as this war progresses, and because it's interesting. I mean, kind of sucks, but interesting. But for now, that's all I really got on this Iranian American Iranian war. We'll probably give it a name. Right now it's called Operation Fury, Epic Fury, I think it's called, or something like that. Pretty epic name. But that's all I got. Hachi Bisalachi.